John Hartt, and let's paint something today.
The Jortt Show!
Hey guys, on our last episode I painted these guys here. I just did an underpainting to find the shape, and while I was gone I trimmed it out with my jigsaw and it looks pretty dope. Today I'm just going to finish up. I'm going to get some color on here. I know what I'm doing with the head. I'm going to pretty much get the same thing, the same color. Maybe I'll go a little different. No, I like that red. Same color. This, I kind of think I'm going to have like a pink whale in a blue liquid. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that's the direction I'm going. So let me get some red out and work on Balloon Boy. Let's see, I got a nice transparent red here. I want an opaque red, which would be cadmium red. I'm gonna use the Quindacaro magenta for the dark spots. Get some white out for sure. I have some Mars Violet I think I'm going to use for the shadows. I already have some on a palette, so I'm just going to keep it there, and hopefully it won't be dry. I've got some retarder, and let's see. This is retarder, and this is matte medium. This will just help keep the paint a little wetter, a little longer, so I can mix things in. Perhaps. Let me just get this stuff on here and I'll show you start. And add some of this cadmium red, which is getting a clog in the tip, but that's okay. The Quindacaro magenta and white, and we'll start there. I think I might have some light blue highlights on him too. I think that'll work. Woo, this needs a shaking up. That's a big load of something clear up top. There we go, that's white. So, and I'm just gonna jump right in it, man. I think I use this brush. This can hold a lot of paint, and it's not too big. No, let me go with the too big one. Let's start with that. Okay, so look at that, beautiful red. It's kind of thin. Let me get some, I'll put the white on there. I feel like I need one rag here, one rag there, and this is the rag to soak up the water. So I think I want to get some of the retarder on here just to give a nice coat of something that will dry a little slower. Okay, so here's my base red, getting right where this orange is. And what I used last time was, this was a pink board, and I just put a little bit of yellow on it, and it became so brilliant. Okay, and let me get the edges now. The edges I think are going to be mostly this magenta because it's so pretty, but I also have the Mars Violet, which is kind of a dark brown with a very heavy red base. I think that's a good way to describe it. So, but I think that is something I will use for the cast shadows that you'll see on the balloon. The cast shadows of the glass's arm. And sometimes when you add something like, do I have the white on there? Yeah, I have the white on there. It was blending with the white plate. Sometimes when you have, oh, what was I saying? I started saying things and I got distracted. Let me just get this modeled out a little better. So I have the dark on the sides, and I'm just gonna butt the mid-tone up to the dark and mix a little bit. I'm gonna have to do this a few times, but that's okay. And it's gonna be a whole lot darker at the bottom, right? A whole lot darker at the bottom because the light is coming from here. But I think after I get my shadows in here, But let me think. Let me figure out my light source. The light source on here is coming from here. And I think I want to do it because I want to replicate. I don't want to rethink how to do the shadows that I did on this one. So let's just make it a little darker on this side. I can do redder over here. And we know where the mouth is. Let's see, he's looking good already. I feel like when I'm drawing these out, you can see I used a Sharpie, which I feel like I need a few coats of paint to cover it up. You know, it's nice if a little bit of it shows through. It kind of has this little character, for lack of a better word. And maybe that's just a dumb artist word to make excuses for leaving shit there and not covering it up. Yeah, it's got character. Okay, he looks pretty good already. I like the color. I want some more of this red because it's so rich and beautiful, and it's made of my favorite mineral, cadmium. I gotta tell you, I have no idea what cadmium is. I assume cadmium is something they make after they do some fancy chemical reaction with some fancy minerals they find in some fancy African country. Yeah. Or maybe I just don't know. I'm gonna make this guy the light source from here, so it's kind of on this side now. I'm just going to push him to this side a little bit. So I'll get more white over here, right? And more of this darker red here. Oh, and this is getting really cogged up. Oh, I'm pushing out this dried up piece of paint. Come on. It's like pulling out a clam or something, or something. It reminds me of a clam, pulling out something from a clam. Now it's really clogged up. I just pulled all the heavy stuff up to the tip. All right, back to the job at hand. Let's get the highlights here, the dark areas on this side. And it's nice, I'm layering it too, and I'm getting loosey-goosey, so there you go. But I like a little bit of this golden yellow showing through, or I can see some of it. Or I can sense some of it. How about that? All right, dark side. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get you going with this. Looks pretty good there. Get some more whites over here. I'm gonna move to a smaller brush and just kind of mix things together. It's nice and dry, but kind of go around, figure out what's going on with this highlight. Just mixing this in. It's kind of mixing in really nice. So I think I am probably mostly done with the colors. I think before I finish, I will go back and really push the darks and the lights on top of this thing. That's how that goes. Here's a weird, this is some of the Mars red I'm going to put directly in the shadow and under here. That looks very good. And I think I will really dark on this side, dark on this side. Go like that. Yeah, I'm starting to see a big difference here. And it's kind of melding into this lighter red, real nice, the middle red, the cadmium. So that's a winner too. The quinacridone magenta and the cadmium red, that's a good partnership. Oh, that's a little bit of white on there. I don't want too much. And it's nice, that's what I like about adding the retarder to the paint, because it's been like 5 minutes later, and normally the acrylic would be closer to dry, but this is still pretty wet, and I'm able to do this kind of blendy thing that I like to do. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. And I think after this, let me get a little bit heavy red here, because there's a lot of the Sharpie lines, which I'm not that happy with. Okay. He looks really good. And a little bit more white over here, kind of lighten my way down. And before I start painting the glasses, I'm gonna paint the shadow from the glasses. And I'm gonna copy what I did here. Because sometimes it's like those little things that you don't necessarily see, but that kind of make the painting more believable, like a highlight here or a highlight there, or the shadow, or of something really minute to say, oh, there's depth right there. There's something going on here. So let me just redefine. All right, this is, there's a little white here. This is the top of the glasses. I'm just drawing this in to make sure I know not exactly what I'm doing, but kind of what I'm doing. This is the top of the glasses there. Okay. That's good. All right, okay, now the shadows. I think I'm just gonna use some of this. So the shadow of the rim is there, and down there, and it's gonna come up right to the edge. Same thing here, the shadow's on this side, so there's gonna be shadow here, but shadow from here to here. It's a little sloppy now, but that's okay. The sloppiness will help me find. And the shadow on this, the bottom of the rim is right there, if you can see that. But the shadow, let's say the shadow, the top of the shadow is closer to the glass here, but since the balloon is rounded, the shadow is gonna move away from the glasses, and it'll be a little more believable. All right, and I am pretty happy with where I put that thing. Maybe it's a little too much, but I'm gonna make it a lot darker. All right, this is my shadow. I'm gonna push you right up there. And I think the shadows will make a lot more sense once I paint in the rim of his glasses. Okay, I'm seeing that. It's a little clunky here. It's not really right here, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll figure that out. All right. Okay, good enough. Okay. All right, let me work on the glasses. Maybe I'll change the color of his glasses. Let's try that. Let's make them not black. That seems too traditional. Let's see if we can make his glasses blue. This nice, pretty blue. I would think I would have liked a pair of nice, pretty blue glasses in my day as a boy when I was a balloon. Okay, so let's figure this one out. So doing the black is pretty easy because you really don't have to figure out shadows on the glasses, but you do have to figure out where the highlights are. So I'll just do it this way, get some smaller brushes, get a new palette. I'll do it this way. Put the blues on there. This is like what is that? That's a phthalo turquoise. I should not put that much on, but I did. This is my cerulean. Yes, it is. I love my cerulean. And phthalo, which is a really dark transparent blue, and I'll get a little bit of white on the palette too. And I don't think I'm going to put any retarder in it because I don't mind it drying at a acrylic pace. I'll put these guys over here. Okay. So again, too much paint, but let me start with the kind of the base color. I'm saying this base color is this blue, but I think I want the base color to be this turquoise. Yes, I do. Man, what a nice pair of glasses. Balloon Boy, you're the bee's knees, man. You get the coolest stuff. You got cool glasses. Okay, that's looking good already. I'm really happy with that. And then up here, it's connecting to the glasses here. The glasses go around. And I don't know why I made these glasses this way. Probably because it's easy. Just one big line up top. Blue, a little more blue. Yeah, and it's gonna still say wet because there's still some of that retarder because I painted over the whole canvas when I started, which is fine. Maybe it'll help me find something new. Blue glasses. It's like magic. I kind of like this. I'm just gonna get the blue on because I feel like I want to go over it again and kind of define things a little better. Okay, you know what? Let me define things right now. Let me get a little tiny brush, which isn't too little tiny in the grand scheme of things. All right, we got the lights hitting up top here, so we got this guy. I think I'm gonna give you a proper glasses rim, so it'll go down here. I'm gonna put a little dark on the bottom because I want to. Dark here, it's defining the bottom. All right. There's a little more turquoise. I feel like this guy needs to come down like this. I hate getting this detail-y, but this is kind of working out well because this was sort of drawn out, and it's, I think, the quickest way to from start to finish. So. My niece called me and she's gonna come visit. We haven't seen each other in a while, like a year or so. She's out in New York. She seems to be like taking a Johnny Hartt path in life. She graduated college a few years ago and she's worked as like kind of a communications person for this nonprofit. She's had a few jobs, but like graphic design and stuff. But she got laid off and she wants to consider doing art, so she's gonna come hang out for a few days and we'll see how it goes. But it'll be so nice to see her. And she's always been a very creative spirit, so it'll be nice to see her again. Okay. Boop. And this, I think the glasses type of things need to be rounded here. You know what? I want a pair of glasses like this now. I want a color pair of glasses, this shape, this color. Maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll just make them. I was on, I don't want to talk about what I saw on Instagram. Never mind. I will stop that line of thought. Okay, right now it's a little bit of drawing, but he's looking really good. And you can see right now, you can see how, I'm gonna make the shadows darker, but I think you can probably see it on camera, the shadows underneath it. So I'm gonna work that a little harder. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the red and work those shadows and make that right. So I think I did it with the quinacridone. I'm gonna mix in the Mars red to make it a lot darker. That's gonna be good. And I think there was a little bit of blue on there too, so it kind of made the shadow a little darker. And I can tell that dark I put here for the initial shadow is already dry, so this is just going right on top. Or it's close to dry. This guy, the shadow here is too big, so I'm gonna make you a lot smaller. I'm gonna put it right next to there, and I'm gonna lighten up the other side because it's closer, the glasses are closer to the balloon in that position than they are here. So that is almost good. I need to bring you up here. Okay, that's more believable. Tell me I'm believable. That's a little clunky, but I'm okay with it. Maybe I'll find the fix before the end of the session. There's something clunky going on here, but I think it's because the glasses aren't drawn to my specifications. Ooh, are better specified. Okay, now I want to do inside the glasses, and I have kind of a few things going on here. Again, to kind of make it believable and have that little touch that you don't always think about. So if you see the edge of the balloon is coming down here, and you would think, oh, let's just follow that edge here, but what I want to do is pull the edge over just a little bit, and it'll kind of indicate that that the glass is magnifying it into a different position, and it's kind of a cool effect, and it works on him, and hopefully I can work it on this guy. And that's something, I got this tattooed up here, and like I don't know how many years ago, but I asked the tattooist, can you do this? And he was like, he did it, and he was like, he was really proud that he figured out that, he said, I did that little thing where you moved it back. I'm like, damn, it looks fucking good, man. I kind of think all tattooists are artists that sometimes get stuck doing stupid shit for people, like putting their initials on their, tattooing initials on them, which is very, very, I assume, non-creative. So now the edge of the balloon is in here. It's a big fat brush and a little space, but I can make it work. It has kind of a sharp edge. Alright, just gotta make that edge cleaner. Oh, it's a little blurry too, which is nice. I will keep the blurriness. And from here, his eye is gonna be like right here. Yeah, that'll be good. And same thing here. Just fill it in with red, and I'm gonna put, I won't fill it in all the way at red. Maybe I do. Yeah, it needs to be darker. But once I get the red in there, I'm gonna take some white and make some reflection marks to say, hey, this is made of something other than nothing, like glass, something that is reflective. Okay, I feel like I need to figure this one out a little bit. I feel like I kind of douched this one up a little bit, trying to prove my point. I said douche things up. You know what I mean. Here we go. That's nice. Then I'm gonna give you, that's what I'm gonna give you. And then I'm gonna give your eye here, but I want to finish painting the red before it gets too sloppy. You know, since I'm doing this, it seems that there should be a little bit of a shadow under here too. I think. This is going to be the last detail-y thing I do. Because once you start doing detail-y things, you go down a rabbit hole, and then you never get shit done. So, this is my promise to me right now. What am I going to do to finish this part? I'm going to finish doing the blue right now. I'm going to put the eyeball in, get reflections on the glass, a little bit of reflection on the frame, and then go over real quick with some whites and darks on this, and I'll be done. So blue, it's almost done. It's a pretty blue. This is like they call it turquoise, which I think is like, I know it's some sort of stone. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of, I think, oh, that looks good. That's like kind of, glasses have a little thing on their side. I'm just gonna do just a little bit of a highlight up top to know that there's an edge there. I want it to be a little thin, not super set, super white. That's good. And the same thing on the top of the bottom here. Say, hey, there's an edge there that's catching the sun. Edge there. And let's do just a little bit of darky, like darky here, darky there. Darky here. Well, that's good. That you can kind of, it makes you look like you're kind of looking up there. So I will definitely do it here too. Okay, and down there. Okay. I don't like that one too much. That's too much. I'll just mix it in. Like so. All right, that's done. So I can put his eye in now. I think his eye, I'm making his eyes little beady things, but I think I might make him a little bigger, but maybe not. He has a smile because he's adequately happy. I'm gonna do the smile last because I still need to put stuff on there. All right, white reflections on the glasses to indicate. I'll do that after the paint is dry in the back. And I'm going over one more time with the darks and the whites. And please have, come on, dude. We'll have to break for this because I'm dicking around with this thing. But I think everything, once you get used to it, not used to it, but in a
on-job training.
Yeah, do it. Exactly. thin white here, which is actually very not thin. That's good. I'm kind of bringing that highlight in. That was way too much, but I'm just kind of mixing the space between the light and the dark. Get more here, more red there, more red there. This is my darkies. Get in there. So you get nice and dark here. I'm gonna get super dark here. Just a little more dark on this side. Mix it together. Mix this together. I don't know if mix together is the right word. Kind of both scrabble together. Just a little bit of white. That's not enough white. That's too little bit. Here we go. I'm just kind of building this middle part up a little more, and I want to do it just, here's a lot of paint. Okay, that's pretty good. And a bit more here, okay. I think I'm starting to overthink it a little bit, so I'll stop there. No, I'll stop. I'll get his mouth. His mouth is made of a smile, so where is your smile, balloon boy? Make you a little darker. And I think you are going to be a slit. I don't think I'm even going to add any highlights around it. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of a bottom lip. Just a bit of a lip, which is a shadow underneath there, which should indicate lip good enough. Maybe. It's kind of clunky. Let me try it again. So this is done. Now I think, yeah, that's lippy. Lippy enough. Okay, he looks good. I think what I'm gonna do now is add some like white reflection lines to this. I don't want to go over the blue because the blue is still like a big pile of wetness. So I'll just go boom. 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 Yeah, that's good enough. All right. Eyes. I think I want them rounder. They look too beady. I don't want a beady-eyed balloon boy, so I'm just gonna take these brush strokes, kind of move them out this way. There you go. I think those round eyes, yeah, definitely more inviting. Very good. So. Round eyes, more inviting. And just to get the nice good cartoony effect of black eye bead balls. Just put a little reflection up top. Ta-da! He kind of looks a little more meek in this one, which is I'm okay with. We all have our emotions. You are done for now. So this is what I'm thinking. Last week I kind of painted Balloon Boy, then I painted this randomly. I said, oh, Balloon Boy's gonna come out of it, which I will make happen. But I think what I'm going to do is, let me put you here, and I will not sit on you, Balloon Boy. I think what I'm gonna do is somehow, bear with me, I kind of want to do something like this and like tie a ribbon from Balloon Boy to around the neck of it, so it's more like Balloon Boy is carrying this guy around on his rope instead of him coming out of the bottle. I know. What sense does that make? But it makes sense to me too, and I want to treat this as a moving bottle so it's not straight. So that's the idea. It may change. So let me put you back up here, Mr. Boy. Boy is his last name. When I was in the Navy, we had this guy, he had a real southern name, and he called everyone boy. Hey boy, and he was a big boy, he was a football player, and he just called everyone boy, so that's what his name turned out to be, was Boy, and everyone called him Boy. He's like, yeah. What was his name? We were stationed together for 2 years. It'll come to me. That's funny when you don't think of someone for a long, long time. All right. Okay, he's up there. All right. So what did I say earlier? I was thinking either a pink whale in a blue bottle or a blue whale in a pink bottle. Dude, I love my pink. I'll put you in a blue bottle, Mr. Whale. I'm gonna use that same color. I'll thin it down a lot. Let's see if I can just get like a glaze. Kind of indicate what color's going there. All right, that's much of a glaze. That's the turquoise, the phthalo blue, which is super dark. I'm gonna get a little bit of medium on there to thin it out. Look at me. Same thing there. You know what? I don't think I want to go with that turquoise. I think I want to go with this other color, which I seem to have lost. I call it fluorescent blue. I don't know what happened to my squirt bottle, but I have some in here, so I can drip some in here. It's about the same value as the turquoise. It's just more blue and less turquoisey. Let's shake this up. Okay, now this is on my blue palette. And before I close this, I'm learning when I close these, there's a little paint on the lip. It just glues it shut. Gives me fits. All right, let's move to this blue. Yeah, I definitely want to be there. You can't really see it now. That's some white. So I'm just trying to get some paint on here and figure out, okay, what does a blue liquid in a bottle look like? And that might be kind of going the right direction. I'm not sure. But what I want to do up here too is indicate that there's some sort of splashing going on up top, because it's like hanging down from this guy. So I think that might be the direction to go with that. Yeah, I like this blue. What kind of liquid is blue like this? Not many things. That blue drink from 7-Eleven. A little bit of dark blue down here. Where did I indicate the darks earlier? There we go. So I'm just trying to follow what I did before. It kind of had the right feel. It looked bottle-ish. So it's kind of going to be dark under the lip here. Ooh. I don't want the top. You know what I'll do? I'll make the top like gray, because the liquid's going to be blue. So I'll definitely change that up here, but I want to get rid of this big flob of blue I just put on there. So yeah, let me define now where the top of the bottle is. With the top of the bottle without liquid. Yeah, I feel like I start yapping and then I get in the middle of something and gone. So I'm using a little bit of just black to define everything up top where the liquid isn't. So I'm just using black. And I should use it a little less liberally, but yeah, that's probably more than enough. Let me just get a gray. That's looking like a lip. Yeah, and there's no liquid up here. So I just need to define where the liquid isn't. So it's splashing around like that. Hey, I'm liquid and I'm splashing around. So I'm kind of going like that. So that's the non-liquid area. And I still have a good sense of some sort of 3D-ish area there. So totally unsure if black was the right color to use, but I did. So I'm living with my choice until I decide I better change this. But like everything else, it's not really a big deal. So I feel like, I think I might draw some droplets in there. So that kind of looks like it could be swooshing around in the bottle while it's dangling from a ribbon. While they're going on a trip. I think they're going on a trip. All right, let's make up a story. This guy's got this guy tied by a ribbon, and they're floating in the air and they're going somewhere. I don't know where they're going. Why would you be doing that? If I was a sperm whale, a pink sperm whale inside a bottle of blue liquid. We don't know what this is, if this is alcoholic or not. I don't think, it looks like it might be. I wouldn't like it to be. I'm afraid he'd get too drunk. But maybe he wants to get drunk, that's his business. He's probably a happy drunk. I think most sperm whales are. Hey man, let's party. Let me just get some blue on here. A lot of the undercoatings, the underpainting's still coming through. And I just might make this a little kind of like psychedelic-y, trippy in here, like there's things moving around in the currents of the bottle. I think there's a way to do it. Yeah, I think there's definitely a way to do that. And I kind of like this here. I'll do a little more up here that light blue. I'm being really stingy with my color now. Let me see how it looks, and then I'll start throwing some real heavy flobs of paint on there. Okay, this is what I want to go for throughout the whole thing. So it's going to be what's inside the bottle, right? And then afterwards we will put the highlights of the bottle on top, because that seems like the proper thing to do. And we are proper. Oops, I put a little turquoise in there too. That's all right. We can mix our colors. We can do whatever we want. Look at that. Look at that. We're building up. This is kind of looking good. All right. So let me do a little more definition of this water. So I think it'll be a lot of whites and darks up top to indicate like there is indicate like there's reflections and shadows in the water, and definitely reflections. And I think what I want to do is get a few drops. No, I don't like that one. Don't do that drop. Only the top one. There we go. Alright, boom, boom. Okay, that's good. Looks like a little storm going on in the bottle, which is fine. A little more of the neon blue. I call it neon. I think it's actually fluorescent blue. And you know, a lot of what I'm doing here with just moving the colors around is just like doing it until it feels right. Yeah, because I feel like you kind of get these bigger, strokier strokes, and it helps guide the viewer's eye. Here we go. I'm gonna put a big flob of this blue here and white there. And I might move to a bigger brush. Come on, bigger brush. Okay. That's good. If I kind of get the same direction of the stroke, keep that directional thing without less of a brush stroke, but it's still taking you around the painting. I do need more here. I need a little white on this side because I think it needs to be. I think it's too dark and grim. Don't want a grim painting. I think people want me to do darker stuff, but I hold back, I pull back. See how that's kind of coming together? I still want to keep this dark here to indicate that it's the side of the bottle. That looks good. Yeah, that looks very bodily right there. I'm kind of getting that. Bodily is a word. The definition of it is of or pertaining to a bottle. Bodily. So next spelling bee, when you have to spell bodily, bottle-y, not bodily. you have the definition. And just some more here. I hope this makes sense watching this. Kind of does to me, but okay, and I think I'm going to just make it uber dark on the bottom. Yeah, that does it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 blues in here, oh, and a white, and that's kind of telling the story. All right, let's stop right here for now. I'm gonna go back. Might get back there, but let me get the pink whale. And you know what pink I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use my magic pink. Or maybe I won't use my magic pink. Why don't I try hot pink? I haven't used this really too much. And I already have a red palette out, so I'll get some of the hot pink, which is more like a cute little piggy pink. And this is my fluorescent magenta, which is like my my 14-year-old girl nail polish color pink. It's very nice. And I already have the magenta on there, the dark magenta, so that'll be the dark areas. So let me start with the pinky pink. I normally don't use this because it kind of, what does it do? It's kind of, no, it's, sometimes it's less brilliant than I want it to be. Brilliant, that's what they say in, I think, England or something. Britain, Ireland, I don't know. Brilliant. And let me just get him pretty defined where his shape is. He's there. I kind of smooshed over a lot of it with the blue, but that's okay. It's just paint. You can paint over it, you can burn it, you can scrub it off, you can take a chisel. Okay, he looks pretty good. Look at that. Boom! Got the got that uber intense pink, and I am going to outline with this, and I'll probably outline it again with the darker pink. I'm just being a little precautious. Fuck it, I'm gonna be bold and kind of get my dark colors here and do what I'm supposed to do and be an artist and take chances. And there, I did it. All right. Adding the light down there, or the dark down there. But I do want more of this magenta. I'm gonna put a lot of this magenta on. Look at that. Yeah, that's a nice color. And you see when you get big and strokey, how you find these little kind of, I don't know, these things that seem to work. Okay, I'm gonna get darker and more intenser. Darker and intenser. So this is his mouth. Let's give him kind of a little weird lip thing. Hey man, look at me. There we go. Get the top of this thing. So, I don't like that weird lip thing there. I need to bring it down a bit. It makes him look a little evil. I don't want to I want to be having fun in his makeshift swimming pool. All right, we're gonna have an eye or something there. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out his expression because it's not doing what I want it to do, and it just looks clunky and unapproachable, and I want him to be approachable and swell, because that's what life is, approachable and swell. I'm doing a festival next weekend, or this weekend, in a couple days. And I was just at the barber shop and I saw one of the people who will be performing there. She's an aerialist and she's just wonderful, man. She takes her boys there to get their hair cut at the man cave. And I just love her. She's Alana Mensing. She's just a wonderful member of our community. He also happens to be an aerialist, and she's on Manassas Park City Council, and she's running for mayor, and she's unopposed, so she's probably going to be mayor of Manassas Park too, but she's just a super nice person. And her boys are wonderful. They're so nice and approachable and curious and creative. So I think that's kind of important. Okay, I'm gonna define the top of his head with some really white. You see that? It's kind of looking like, oh, he's got kind of a square head there. I think last time I called it a Herman monster head. So a little more white. I think I'm getting a little lacking my courage in throwing paint on there. And I don't want to take too long either. So let's get you there. You here. And I'm just gonna mix that together. That looks pretty good like that. I think I want this to be pretty light too, so I will. Here we go. I think the pink from mixing this magenta and white is more brilliant than the pre-made stuff, so I'm going to be sticking with that pretty much. And then I'm going to get super loosey-goosey right now. I feel like I was kind of focusing too much in illustrating this instead of painting it. And I think I want to do something weird for his eye. And I think his eye actually needs to be back here some, like here. Oh yeah, look at that. A simple brush mark and I got the expression, the hat that goes perfectly with his smile. Boom. I'm not gonna touch that right now. I'm gonna keep that like it is for the time being. Maybe I will, maybe I'll putz with it and screw it up. Yeah, that's pretty good. And let me get dark here. And I am going to be done with this Ricky Tick. Let's see. And take my fluffy brush and kind of get rid of this hard delineation of light and mid-tone. And let me get some more dark down here. I need a smaller brush. Some dark down here. That's good like that. That's good there. I'm gonna make dark here. I think his mouth looks a little clunky, but I think what I need to do is fix that. Or I just made it more fucked up. That's what I did. Alright, let's get my eraser out. Whoa, may I erase too much? Look at me. No, what? That's alright, we'll figure it out. It's just paint. It's just paint. Get the blue in there. Okay, that looks better. And a little bit. Okay, that's where the mouth goes. Oh, that's what was going wrong here. I was dicking around with the mouth, and I was erasing the wrong part of the mouth. Okay, I got it figured out. That looks believable. A little more on the blue. A little more on the blue. I just want a more saturated. And this blue is nice. It's pretty transparent, so I'm kind of just coloring over and catching a lot of what's going on underneath too, so that works. I want some here. I want some more. And up here. Now I'm gonna take some white and just do some real quick highlights. And I almost want to call it a day. And I might. Alright, so there's some, it doesn't matter where the reflection is, it's glass, it just reflects everything from everywhere, so, but I'm putting it on this side to help define the edge of the bottle there. I'll just use a little finger magic there. I think finger magic might have a different meaning. Some. Alright. Back on track, Johnny. I'm hoping that almost looks like it's kind of flooping around in there, the water. Yeah, that's good enough. Shit, it's just a painting. It's just a painting, dude. Gonna do this and then move on to the next. Let me fix up your edge here, Mr. Whale. I think we might call you Henry, because Henry's a good name for a whale. And I'm going to add some dark here. Oops, got a little drip going on, but that's okay. Dark. Oh. And you know, I'm gonna go right back to this real quick because I didn't do something I wanted to do. But let me finish up here. Get this nice pink in there. It's kind of really working here. There. There you go, that helps too, just using your finger and getting a little sloppy. There we go. Okay, I think I'm done with this guy, but what I wanted to do with this is just add some blue highlights, and I think it'll work if I just use a little bit of this. So the light source is coming from there. I'm just going to use the same turquoise that I used earlier. Let's see if I can thin it out just a hair, and hopefully this works. Just want a little bit of this is too thin. No, too thin. I think that'll do. A little thinner. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I like it. I think I might put a little bit over here too. That's good. And actually, I think that little bit of blue and the blue in his glasses will help tie this to that. But so I guess the end game is I might add some more highlights to him, but not now. But I'm done, so it is what it is. So I think the goal is to somehow put these together. I like the idea of him going that way with like a string. I want to do a ribbon because a ribbon seems more official and more intentional than a string. Duh, I don't know what that means, but that's it. So this is where we are. Let me review what we did today. We started the day with 2 pieces with an undercoating, Balloon Boy and this little sperm whale in a bottle of something. We basically added color. We colored him. I'm gonna put them together somehow and we'll have a finished piece. Hey guys, thanks for checking in, and I just want to leave you with this message. Keep drawing, keep painting, keep creating.